Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, August the 9th, 2022. It is now 10 a.m. We're here for the regular session of the Hunt County Commissioners Court. This time I'll call the meeting to order and ask Commissioner Martin to lead us in prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to our flags. Please stand.
Shall we bow? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for living in this great country that we do so live. We thank you for the gift of life. As we carry out the duties of the community, may we do it in a righteous, with understanding and patience with each other in reference to this. As we travel down the path of life, may we do it in a righteous way. We ask you to continue blessing this community. In Christ's name we ask these things. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas
flag.
I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you, everyone. We have Commissioner Hutchins, Strait, Martin, and Harrison present today. I'm Judge Stovall presiding over the meeting. Minutes, Commissioners, you have the minutes from July 26, 2022 regular session. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second. Got a motion and second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. At this time, we'll have public testimony. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes and should conduct themselves in a civil manner. The Commissioners Court cannot take action on items not listed on the agenda in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Concerns will be addressed by county staff. They may be placed on a future agenda or addressed by some other course of response. Did we have anybody sign up? Does anybody wish to speak? Being none, I'll move on to the old business. Action item 1, Hunt County Constable's fee sheet proposal. Wade, you want to brief us?
So nothing has really changed from the packets that Constable Benson provided y'all with at the last Commissioners Court meeting. We just asked that we do get the 10% buyer's fee or commission fee, whatever you want to call it, on to the tax sales only on the front side. We're not asking for anything on the back. So if you owe taxes, you come in and you pay them, we're not asking that you pay any fee. And we are asking that there be a $5,000 cap. So anything purchased over $50,000, the commission would stop at $5,000. The money that would come in for that, the fees would be just like the rest of our fees and go into the general fund of the county. And y'all do with that as y'all see fit to do with that. The only other thing we did ask is that we have the writs, all writs go up to $150 from $100. That is a significant raise, but that would still put us on the lower end of all the surrounding counties around us.
That was on y'all's fee schedule.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You're not changing it.
The fee schedule, we would go, to 150 instead of 100.
I didn't bring mine with me, so I was just asking for memory. That's what y'all had asked for at the last meeting.
Yes, for $150.
Right, okay.
May I have a discussion in reference to this, Judge?
Sure.
I have no problem with the increase that you've listed in reference to the writs and everything in reference to that. On the commission, basically, that makes me feel like a real estate agent. I think we ought to get 10% up to 5%. I, myself, in actuality, are not for having a commission at the end. That's what these writs and all these other ones that we're asking for. And I'm just being sincere. What we have, I can understand that we're going up, to what's with the other in reference to it, and I can agree with that. But in actuality, that's what the constable's job is there to do, and it's not to make money off of other people that are buying this, whether it be delinquent tax sales or anything like that. We ought not challenge them or make them have to pay more for the simple reason the county is selling the property through the constable's office. I very much am against the commission in reference to the 10,000 or up the cap or whatever. The other I have no problem with, but we're saying, well, these people, hopefully, in fact, I would say probably, I think 70 to 80% of these people in delinquent taxes is coming out of Precinct 3. Okay, and a lot of these, they can't do nothing with it because of the lot size. So what we're gonna do is require them to spend 10% more, up to $5,000, I think you're saying, in order to buy this partial lot. They can't put a commode on or anything like that, but maybe they can add it to what they have and possibly come up to where they can put a sewer system in it. So I don't like the commission. I don't like it. Understand this, when law enforcement gets to the point, and I've got a little story to tell you, an old boy I stopped him one time, he was speeding, and he told me, he says, well, I guess the more tickets you write, by George, you can buy a better car. And I looked over at the old Crown Vic. I said, do you think I'd be driving that if I got any part of this as far as law enforcement? It's not a way, a means, basically. I can understand the fees, the writ fees, raise them up, but I'm totally against the commission. We're not real estate agents.
So you're okay with taxing the public, your citizens, you're okay with raising the fees up on the writs and everything else to tax your citizens right now, but you're not okay with anybody that wants to come in and buy the property. You don't want to tax them.
Well, some of these people are citizens.
Some of them are.
Y'all came up with wanting to raise it, not me, as far as the writs and putting them in, but on the other, no.
Philip,
We're talking about the citizens. I would hope that some of these citizens that are buying this property are the citizens of Hunt County.
Philip, first of all, you're making a misstatement. This has nothing to do in relation to what would be considered a real estate commission. It's more of a bidder's fee like an auctioneer would get. It's an auctioneer fee is what it relates to. In most auction companies, when you go to an auction, there's always a buyer's fee. No matter if you go to the livestock barn and buy cattle, whether you go to, one of these charity auctions, I mean, some of them added on there to pay the auctioneer.
The only difference at a livestock auction is the seller is the one who has to pay that commission,
That's
not
right.
the buyer.
It's not the buyer, it's the seller. And most of our buyers are investors. They're buying it to do something with, to make money off of, and we have a cost. And if we don't get, all the county can do is collect taxes and fees. So if we can collect fees by people that are using our services up here, which is our constables, if we can collect fees for that to offset the tax rate, I think the taxpayers would appreciate it. They don't want to have to pay any more taxes to keep our constables and keep giving them raises or cars or guns or ammunition or whatever. Whatever we can do to offset those costs, I think is a smart move. And I don't think it's not hurting our taxpayers, except for the example, if somebody's buying one next door or something, they're going to pay a little bit extra. But the example you gain, if it's not usable for anything, they're going to probably buy it for $100, so it's going to cost them $10. We're not talking about people going to be coming in and buying those kind of things for $20,000. They're going to be coming in and buying them for a few $100s at most. So it's not a huge amount of money. There'll be a few that will, but those will be investors buying them, and they're going to turn around and make money off of it. So I think your comparisons are all wrong, in my opinion.
Well, let me say this right here. Basically, we hadn't even had this commission. We haven't had this additional commission reference to the people who have to pay.
But most of the counties around us have it.
Well,
We're just a little slow getting there.
Most counties have other things. I'm talking about Hunt County.
Well, that means
This
we're
is Hunt
behind
County.
you. We should have been more up to date, just like the other counties.
Well, all I'm saying is this right here puts a burden on some of our citizens that are buying that property because they're having to pay 10% more than they were as it was. The last time this was changed, in which that was not included, was in 2018 or 19.
The fee schedule
Yeah,
was
the fee
changed.
schedule was changed when?
I believe it was 2018.
2018 or
Yes, sir.
2019. Okay, and like I said, I can understand what increase you're asking for. As far as the commission, I'm not for it.
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve the requests made by the constables for the fee increase along with the bidder's fee at auction.
So moved.
I made the motion.
Motion second.
Got a motion second, any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed?
No?
No.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Judge, I understand both sides of this issue. Could we adopt for today the fee schedule less the 10% commission and discuss this further? I don't want to, if that's a sticking point, I don't want to hold the whole thing.
Well, I guess that's an attorney question. We've already had a motion and a second, and no discussion of it at that time, and now we voted. I don't know that we can take it back up without putting it back on the agenda. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, action item 2, Hunt County Floodplain Prevention Enforcement Penalties for Non-Compliance. Richard, are y'all ready, or y'all need more time, or
I think this was going to be moved to executive session.
need to go to exec? Okay. All right. Commissioners, you have the consent calendar in front of you. Entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Action item, approval of accounts payable.
I make a motion, we pay the bills.
Second.
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Approval of line item transfers.
Make a motion to approve line item transfers.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Approval of budget amendments.
Make a motion to approve budget amendments.
Second.
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Approval of payroll and personnel.
Motion to approve payroll and personnel.
Second.
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item 1, the treasurer's monthly report for June 2022. Commissioners, Brittany is out today. You've had time to review it. I entertain a motion for approval.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item 2, increasing the daily rate for juror pay effective 10/1/22. Brittany Turner. Brittany called me, said that when she asked to put this on, she didn't realize she was on vacation this week. I forgot about it. But she did tell me what she was doing. It been brought to her attention. We hadn't raised our jury fees in quite a while. And she's talked to the 2 district judges about it. And their recommendation is that we leave the $6 per day for the first day as $6. But once selected to serve on the jury, the days you're serving on the jury, increase that pay from $40 to $50 a day. And I think that's reasonable.
Your Honor, what was it? Just $6 a day, period?
No, it was $6. It's $6 for the first day when you show up to get selected and all. When you start sitting on the jury, when you're serving, it's currently it's $40 a day. They want to make it $50 a day.
Yes, sir.
So it's a $10 increase per day for the jurors. I'm good with it. I mean, it's the least we can do for our public that's coming up here and serving. That's minor, but at least it's a little bit more.
I make a motion that we do increase the daily rate as you stated.
Second.
Got a motion, second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item 3, the formal proposal number 227-22 Hunt County Inmate Food Service Contract. The Purchasing Department and the Evaluation Committee recommends award to Trinity Services Group based on scoring guidelines, which conforms to the proposal specifications as per proposal tabulation. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 4, order to appoint judges and alternate judges for elections. Jeannie, you want to comment on it? Again, I want to thank you for the great job you're doing.
Good morning. This is something that we have to do every 2 years. In coordination with the party chairs, these names have been submitted, and so I'm here to present the list of alternates, judges and alternates for 2022 through 2024.
All right, Commissioners, you got any questions? Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Action item 5, the order and notice for the November 8th, 2022 election.
Yes, sir. This is really simple. I'd just like to request that the court approve the order and notice for the November 8th general election.
Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 6, call election for Tuesday, November 8th, 2022, to approve tax limitations under Constitutional Article 8, Section 1-BH for 65-plus and disabled homestead owners in approved ballot language. Any questions, Commissioners? Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 7, a resolution approving interlocal corporation contract with City of Campbell, Texas pursuant to Chapter 791 of the Texas Government Code, the Interlocal Corporation Act, to perform government service in exchange for payment. Steve, you want to tell us about it, or?
Well, we were contacted by the city of Campbell and also Campbell ISD about resurfacing part of a road parking lot right out in front of the school. We went out there, obviously measured and met with them, gave them a price of what it would cost, met with Daniel, and they worked back and forth with the city of Campbell on setting up this agreement. Basically, they're paying for the materials for us to go lay it down for them. And we're good with doing that to help them out. So I'll make a motion to approve this.
I have a question. They're putting money in escrow.
Yes, they're, if you read the paperwork, it's supposed to be paid or put in escrow by August the 17th.
So we're technically buying the material to put it down, so you're scheduling it and taking care of all of it? Okay.
I second it.
All right, got a motion second, any other questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 8, amendment to policy on Hunt County employees' COVID-related disaster leave with pay. Commissioners, I think we discussed this at the last meeting.
Yes, we did.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think the understanding is we're going to basically do away with the disaster leave with pay except for law enforcement, according to the law. That's what I think we discussed last time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's my understanding, so.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll make that motion now.
Okay.
I second it.
Any questions? All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action number 9, the upgrade of approximately 6,300 feet of County Road 2266 from rock to oil sand in Precinct 2 at county's expense.
Yeah, I'll make a motion we approve this upgrade from rock to oil sand. Yeah, with the ARP money.
Second?
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Action item 10, upgrade of approximately 3,290 feet of County Road 2580 from rock to oil sand in Precinct 2 at county's expense, the ARPA money.
Make a motion to approve this upgrade from rock to oil sand on County Road 2580 with ARP money.
Second?
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 11, upgrade of approximately 165 feet of County Road 4119 from rock to oil sand in Precinct 4, monies in escrow.
Make a motion to approve this upgrade.
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 12, upgrade of approximately 1,985 feet of County Road 4502 from rock to oil sand in Precinct 4 at county's expense.
Make a motion to approve this upgrade.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Action item number 13, the request to construct electrical power distribution facilities across Brookview in Precinct 2.
Make a motion to approve this request on the electrical power distribution under usual stipulations.
Second?
Motion second, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, motion carries. Action item 14, a public hearing and possible take action on the replat of lots 2 through 5 of the Pearson addition in Precinct 2. Brian? And you want to brief us first, then we'll open it up?
what we've got is, this is a plat that was done several years ago, and it created a tract behind the plat that was strictly accessed by a private road. I think you could technically call it a private road. It's a substandard road driveway that accesses some of the houses on the north side of it. The owner developer never sold any of the lots, and he is wanting to reconfigure so that all of the lots, including this tract that was created behind it, all have access to a public county road instead of being forced to use this private road that's up on the north side of it. He is going to have to clear his right-of-way, has not been done yet. And the road in front is hard surface, but it's not in real good condition. So Commissioner Straight is going to have to get me a figure on what he's wanting to do as far as upgrading that road in front, the county road in front. It's essentially taking a somewhat bad situation, making it a little bit better. We still have some discussion with the developer to as far as what's going to be required of him.
All right, any questions of Brian? Not, I'll open it up to a public hearing. Anybody wish to speak for or against this item, please come forward and state your name. There's not any comments online, is there? Okay. No comments, I'll close the public hearing. Commissioners, entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve this replat on the Pearson addition.
You'll make it subject to the road money being put in escrow and the right-of-way cleared?
Yes, subject to.
Yeah, additional would probably be better on this one.
Agree to that?
Yeah, yes.
Your Honor, may I ask a question before?
Sure.
At no time will any of this be accessible in reference to that from that private road, correct?
There are tracks that front that private road. This is a private road that I remember from when I was surveying. There was some controversy between this developer and the neighbors on the north side of it. I don't remember exactly what the controversy was, but this developer's trying to get it so that he does not have to use this Happy Trails lane. He wants the new owners to use that county road up front.
Commissioners, that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Second.
All right, just looking at this plat. So are we not going to make any addresses off of that private road? Are we currently giving addresses on that private road?
The only addresses on that private road are on the north side of it, on the neighbor's property. I feel like probably having a note put on the plat by the surveyor stating that no addresses will be issued off of Live Happy Lane or Happy Trails Lane or whatever it is. I think that'd probably be reasonable and safe to cover us, because they don't need any additional addresses on that road.
Commissioner, will you amend your motion, agree to amend the motion to include that?
Yes, sir, I'll be fine.
Okay, second, all right. All right, so we got a motion and a second to approve it conditioned on money being put up in escrow, right-of-way being closed, and no addresses permitted off of Happy Trails. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Action item number 15, the final plat of BAH Boring Ranch in Precinct 1.
This is an odd one. Part of the plat is in Collin County, part is in Hunt County. The road that comes in from Collin County, on their thoroughfare plan, on Collin County's thoroughfare plan, and I spoke with the Collin County Development folks yesterday on this, it's a 120-foot right-of-way that they have proposed. On our thoroughfare plan, we're called, as best I can tell, a 100-foot right-of-way.
You're talking about County Road, they're calling it 668 there, and it doesn't have our county road number on it.
It's, yeah, County Road 668 has a 120-foot proposed right-of-way.
705, what is it? They only call for 60 foot on that one?
705 is, I don't even know if it's on their thoroughfare plan. It's a dead-end road that just services a couple of houses. It is county maintained. But County Road 1130, that's in Hunt County on our side, or on the north side, it's called to be 100-foot. This is kind of one of those little proposed cut-through roads to get from 36 over to that new proposed outer loop that Collin County's got.
I guess Collin County will deal with 708, or 705 as they choose, because that's their jurisdiction.
They are, and they also said that they would waive their 120-foot on that short section of road, and they would be okay with going with our 100-foot right-of-way up to the intersection of the roads.
Okay, so they're gonna change theirs going west to 100 then, too? Or just this one section?
Just this one section to that intersection will be 100.
Okay.
I do have a revised plat from the surveyor showing this 50-foot right-of-way dedication instead of 30-foot right-of-way dedication. There is kind of an odd situation, though. There's a section up on the corner of this road that they don't own. It's probably one of these pieces that is somehow owned by the property across the road and has been forgotten over the years. It's got some bodark trees and some hackberry trees. It's got quite a bit of vegetation on it. But it's not necessarily ours, and it's not necessarily theirs. It's a strange deal.
Mostly Collin County's got that problem, though.
Most of that's Collin County's issue.
Yeah.
So we do have a short section of road that's going to need to be upgraded, which ultimately will work well with Collin County's. This is one of those big Collin County roads that comes in. It's chip seal and striped, and it's wide. So it won't be an oddball piece of oil sand that's just out in the middle of nowhere. It'll connect in with the Collin County side of the road.
What is it going east? Gravel?
Rock. It's gravel, washboard, if you will.
So, Mark, are you, this up in Mark's precinct, isn't it?
Correct.
Yes.
Are you gonna widen that road to match what's over in Collin County there, probably?
We'll certainly, given the additional dedication for that purpose, wanna take that opportunity. I don't know if we do it immediately. If it's dedicated to us, yes, it's gonna need to be widened. It's a narrow, I mean, it's just like so many roads up there. It's a narrow road with some,
But you're gonna widen his half to match the width of the pavement coming out of Collin County and other side transition it, I guess, or something? Is that what you're gonna?
correct. And this actually works out well that's a road we've been looking at that needs to be upgraded and helped. So this will actually
Unfortunately,
help
the
us
rock on
transition.
this road is pretty wide. There again, it gets quite a bit of traffic cutting through, so
How far is it over to 36?
a mile, half a mile to a mile. It's not horribly long. There are quite a few tracks that have already been subdivided. Big track on the north side that's obviously potential for development, but
And it connects directly with 36.
Right.
That's
Yes.
the traffic.
Has Collin County acted on theirs yet, you know?
no, they have not. They there's discussion between their very vast development department.
I'd like to see them approve it before we approve it.
We discussed that we might need to circle back after we,
Yeah, we might want to circle back after there's a little bit more discussion with the new developments that I've had yesterday with the discussion with Collin County. They are wanting to have both entities approve before either plat is recorded in either county, obviously.
Right.
So.
Well, I don't think we want to approve it until we see what they're doing.
What is your suggestion? Do you think we ought to put it under old business at this time until you give your time?
I think going under old business for next court would
I
probably
think
be
I
wise.
think it's premature for us to do it if they're still dealing with Collin County issues, considering particularly that road, that north-south road being all in Collin County, that needs to get worked out what they're doing there for sure.
Yeah, that'll be theirs. We've just got that very short section of road, but this is a key cross through from 36 to that proposed outer loop. So it's going to get a lot of traffic in the future.
That's a long stretch of road, but depending on what Collin County makes them do, this might not be economically viable for them. I don't know. Hope not, but could be. All right, we'll table it till next meeting and see what Collin County does. Action item 16, the final plat of Dove Ranch in Precinct 1.
This is we've got an ongoing development up in Precinct 1 that is called Briar Branch Estates. It's a big development. This is a larger tract that sits down at the south end. The developer's daughter is going to move onto this tract. It's really not going to affect the development one way or another, the Briar Branch development one way or another. It's already kind of fenced off and sectioned off, and it makes sense to have the 4-acre tract there, and that's why they're not going to try to get some additional lots out of it.
She's already started her house out there too, hasn't she? Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, there again, I think she's expecting very quickly, and so they're trying to get
a house
the nest going.
Yeah.
And this is conditioned on them upgrading that short section of road?
Yes, I just need escrow figures on that
Okay.
little short section there.
Yeah, Commissioner, this one, we asked them this is one we approved last time to waive the upgrades on a couple of the county roads because they're gonna back their lots up to our county road, not front on the county road. And, in order for them doing that, we agreed not to make them upgrade all the road requirements that we normally request, because it's a benefit to us not to have them fronting our road. And we asked them to replat this into the lots too, and they said, well, their daughter was already building it, so I don't see any problem with it. It doesn't affect the plat.
There's already kind of an existing
Yeah,
farm.
it doesn't affect the larger plat at all. They worked around it, so I don't have any other issues with it, other than the escrow money. We need to get that up. So I'll entertain a motion for approval, subject to escrow money being placed with the county.
So moved?
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye. All opposed, motion carries. Action item 17, the final plat of Webb Estates in Precinct 3.
All right, this is down off of Highway 69. The county road that's involved on this is a short county road. It comes off of 69 and it loops back over to 69 right on the other side. It's pretty short. Most of it is developed. What's not developed is seriously hindered by floodplain. The buyers or expected buyers are proposing to do mini storage and boat storage, RV storage kind of a lot. They will access their lot off of our county road. TxDOT didn't want them putting another driveway in there on that busy highway, so they're going to access off our county road, and they're going to access it right there just off the state flare.
They didn't have any requirements to be so far off of it, their flare? Only on their right-of-way, not if it's on our county road, I don't guess.
No, they don't.
Be off the county road, Judge, because the state won't allow it.
Yeah,
No, I
it'll
understand
have
that,
to come
but
in.
if they were fronting 69 from the flare point, they'd have to be 100 feet over from it or something. And I don't know if on the county road, we'd want to make something like, it's not really a visibility issue at that point, I don't guess.
No, and it's clear there. There's no trees. Mr. Webb, who's selling this piece, lives on the remaining track, and he has no intentions of subdividing that tract further. You might be able to get one more house, but there's not going to be anything more than that going in on the remaining tract.
No upgrade on the road?
That's a discussion that Commissioner Martin and I had this morning. The road is hard surface and it's smooth. It just doesn't get a whole lot of traffic. It is a little on the narrow side, though, as far as surface width. So right-of-way is cleared. All vegetation is out of our proposed dedication. It's on the private property, so there's no right-of-way that would need to be upgraded or cleared. But as far as road surface, that would be up to Commissioner Martin.
I went out there and measured it, Judge, and we got 15 foot. In fact, while I was out there this morning looking at it, I was not aware of this plat. I had to pull off in the ditch to where people would pass by. I understand that it's a burden, basically. It's a burden in reference to trying to do the width, in which it would be 21 foot from the center of the road. I mean, it would be a total of 21 if I added 7 to the side. and it would be at a cost probably, possibly around $12,000. The thing that has me in relation to this is beyond that, okay, he does have acreage that he can split on the backside, but the road goes back and turns to the right and all the way to the left, in which he had talked about, there's how many acres to the left and how much is underwater.
There's a 575, almost 600 acre tract that is undeveloped, and it's about the only property on that road that is undeveloped.
And what my concern is this, everything on the left after you make that curve, let's say that they were, how many acres do you say that would possibly could be developed?
There's probably about 25 or 30 acres that's out of floodplain on that 600 acre tract.
And what I would like to do, if I may, I would like to find out, from my understanding, I don't know whether the ladies got here or not, but from my understanding, they do have a contract on this property.
Correct.
Okay. I would like to find out basically if we can get some help in reference to widening that thing at this point of time, even with all the way down to that corner that way, because if they do start developing that other, the only way that we can get the width is to the left, which, you know, the developer later on would do it. And so I would like to find out if we could possibly get these people together and find out if they can help us in reference to that piece of property going all the way down to that curve, possibly be able to work some type of an escrow aspect of it to where we could possibly make this for the future, because that's what all this is about. And a 15-foot paved road, it's like I said, I had to move over, and in fact, when I was going down the road, people were moving over. But I can see how it probably needs to be done, and I don't know whether we can work together and figure out how we can do it. I mean, I'm just...
Yeah, there is some potential for further development, I guess, on that 600 acre tract. Not going to get a whole lot if they did develop it. There again, it is heavily encumbered with flood.
Did they clear the right of way and move the ditch over, or is the ditch still where it was?
The ditch is still where it is. It's one of these wide ditches. It's probably 10 or 12 feet wide, and it's not real deep. Fairly flat area, not a whole lot of drainage issues in the area. As far as vegetation, it's clear. There's some big trees on the property owner's side, but not in the proposed right-of-way dedication.
Well, Commissioner, it's up to you, but the whole purpose of planning and what we've been trying to do is make something better, that when these come through, and it sounds to me like the only thing they're gonna be out is having to pay to maybe move that ditch over, and, I don't have any heartburn if they have to pay some money, whether or not you need to go as wide as you're talking about. To me, I'd rather see you make some kind of arrangement with them to the cost to move the ditch over and then widen it, at least wide enough to get two cars by in that section, because at least we've improved it. If something else happens in the future around the corner you're worried about, then they're going to be all calling wanting us to widen the road. Then it's at our cost, it's at the taxpayer's cost and not at the developer's cost. So I don't see why the county wants to absorb that liability in the future when we ought to be getting it at least partially taken care of here by the developer.
That's what I would like to do is put this under old business, and you and I and whoever's involved get together and see what we can work out.
Why don't we approve it conditioned on you getting that worked out, and that way we don't have to bring it back?
Yes, sir.
Would we agree to that?
I will agree to that, yes, sir, as far as coming to a conclusion in reference to basically monies in escrow to where we can come together on something. I'd agree with that, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so I'll entertain a motion for approval condition on Commissioner Martin working with a developer to get some improvement made to the situation that's currently there.
I agree, and I'd
fair
like
enough?
Mr. Toole to be advised in reference to this also. I so move.
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye. All opposed, motion carries.
Thank you, guys.
You bet. Anything else, Commissioners, before we go into executive session? Nothing? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to go in executive session under items 1 through 4.
So move.
Second.
Got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. We'll go into executive session at 10:40. right, let's see if we can get back up. We up?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, it's 11:41. We're back in regular session. Commissioners, the advisory committee has met on ARPA funding to our local charities, and on their recommendation and mine, I'll make a motion that we give $150,000 to the Boys and Girls Club, $41,548 to CASA, $250,000 to the Hunt Regional Health Foundation, and $75,000 to Hunt County Kids.
Second.
Got a motion to second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Motion carries. Is there anything else before the court today? Any other business? Not, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion second. All in favor say aye. All opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned at 11:42. Thank y'all.